Hello again, it's Lock Noob, and this is a video about one of my all-time favourite padlocks. A lot of you will recognise this, especially in the UK. This is the Chubb Battleship, or the Chubb 169. And this is a real brute of a padlock. It's a 6-lever design, and this design's been around for, I think, at least half a century. In this format. In fact, you can still buy a Chubb Battleship today. This is obviously a relatively old one, but it's old and still works beautifully, and that's part of the reason why you can still buy them. They are reliable, they are revered, they are secure, and they're, like I said, fully hardened steel padlock with a closed shackle. These are used in serious applications. You can still buy them because not only of their popularity and their kind of revered status, but you have to buy them under the Union Assa Abloy brand because Chubb don't exist anymore. Assa Abloy bought them out, so you can buy it as, I believe, it says Battleship, but it's actually a Union 1K11 padlock, I think is what they're called now. Anyway, so they use these for various applications in UK prison system, and you can see why if you ever handled one. They are really, really, really solid, very strong against physical attacks, and they're a hard pick. This padlock I've not been able to pick for at least a year of trying, and I'll go on to reasons why I don't think I did very well with it. It's also worth noting this particular padlock I bought keyless, and I was only able to get a key through the efforts of one of my friends, Ratlock from the UK Locksport forum. And this key I actually made from as a spare, and it works very smoothly. So it's lovingly restored, but just shows you how strong these locks are. They really are something special. So about picking them, well, there are a few picking videos online, and they led me to believe that this would actually be quite an easy pick, and I was wrong. These need quite an awful lot of attention and care. I was given some advice that with these locks, it's very easy to overset the levers, and once you've overset those levers, you have to start again. So I think it was actually Ratlock again who said that I should nibble away at the levers a little by little, just nibbling away at the ones which are binding, small movements until they all set, and then you'll get an open. He said once you do that, you'll find that it's a few minutes picking. But of course, dialing in that sort of tension and feel did take me some time. And I first started to try and pick this lock with the Mad Bob's lever padlock kit, because it does have an upstand, and that has a tension tip with an upstand, should I say. And this one, as you can see, is for the Battleship to tension it. You'll also notice that it's about half the thickness of the tip of the key, which normally throws the bolt and acts on the talon. Why am I telling you this? Well, this is why I don't use this, because whilst I do love the Mad Bob's lever padlock pick set, this I don't think is just strong enough to get the amount of tension, especially old used Chubb Battleships need. You can see quite how thin this is, and yeah, it just wasn't quite there. So that's one reason why I don't think I was able to pick this. I wasn't able to get the tension on without breaking the tool. The other reason is I don't think that the lever wire, the longest one they provide, Mad Bob's, really quite reaches up to the height of the highest cuts there, especially when you consider how much of that metal is taken away on the tension tip. If I'll try and hold it there, you'll see that it's probably about halfway, which means that this actually rides even lower in the lock, probably about there, which means you might not even be able to pick some of the lower ones, especially not the high ones. So how do we get around that? Well, after I bought this lock, and I got all the advice from Ratlock, and he helped me get a new key for it, well, along came Baldy Locks, another community member from the UK Locksport forum, and he had put a post out where he'd made this incredible tension tool from what looks like a 4 or 5 inch galvanized nail. Don't laugh, it's amazing. He silver soldered a really solid piece of stainless steel to the tip, and you can see that this actually is quite a lot thicker and a lot stronger. That means that I can put a little bit more tension on this without fear of breaking the tool, and even be able to create a new wire, which he actually sent some, it looks like stainless steel welding rod. And I made a wire out of this, again, using tips from people like Safecracker33 from the UK Locksport Forum and Ratlock. And a lot of people prefer to put a small curve on their lever wires so that it doesn't kind of act flat on the lever, and you can have a little bit more sort of control as you're moving the wire. At least I think that's the purpose. I find it a lot smoother anyway. I also marked out roughly where, this isn't quite accurate, but roughly where the levers are. So you've got a groove for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. It's not quite right, but gives me a bit of a visual aid. I just use that using a tungsten scribe. So, real community effort, this one, with people offering advice, making tools, helping me get keys made. And of course, what do you do when you have people to help you? Well, you listen to them, and then you learn to pick the lock, which is exactly what I did. So this is a community effort, and it really just shows that, like most things in life, it helps if you've got people to help you. Anyway, I do love this iconic Battleship lock. I love how kind of brutish it is, how strong it is, how well made they are, and how hard they are to learn to pick. And yeah, I just love everything about it. So I'm going to vise this up now, and we're going to crack on with the picking. I'll see you in a second. Okay, so we're all locked up in the vise, but let's open it anyway, just to make sure it's all working and freed up. Give it a good lock back up. Amazing locks, these, I have to say. I'm also using a little trick using magnets. I don't think I invented this. I think I've seen somebody else do this, but it's a really good tip to keep this kind of little dust flap out of the way. Then we have to apply tension by sticking in the tension tool all the way to the back and rotating around and feeling to make sure you haven't brought it too far forwards and you're catching lever 6. So it's good positioning you need to be aware of there. Okay, I should be able to tension it like this. Then I'm going to go in with a, that should be alright. Then I'm going to go in with my wire and start at lever 6. Now lever 6 I'm going to call the one at the back. And just go along and nibble each lever at a time. So 6 a little bit, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 6, 5, 4, little something, 3, 2, 1, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Try and get 6 again. 6 I think set. 5, 4 set. 3, 2, 1. 6, 5, 4, 3, and we're open. There we go, look. Perfect. So, as I described, as per the instructions from Lever Picker Extraordinaire Ratlock, we nibble away carefully at those levers on this Chubb padlock and take your time, feel for what those levers are doing. Back off if you think you're oversetting, because these padlocks overset real easy, and once you've overset a lever, you have to start again. Okay, well, I really enjoyed picking this padlock. I really enjoyed talking about it, and I really enjoyed learning how to pick it. And what I really also enjoyed is that to pick this padlock, I had to rely on information from 2 other pickers, and of course a piece of equipment from another picker to be able to pick it. So, you know, I think that this, if anything, shows that you know, learning is a community effort in lockpicking, and how brilliant is that? Okay, I hope you enjoyed that as much as I did, and I'll see you next time.